All right, so here still have. By the way, what's your name?
I'm James.
All right, well, James, I love your sign.
Yep.
Absolutely love it. I know I was here earlier, did a video live with you.
Yeah.
Okay, I know all that. We had some questions and stuff. I wanted to come on because now I'm on YouTube now, and I got a lot of YouTube people that are all about this right here, especially that last part. Okay, because we all agree that that mask is a violation of our civil rights.
Yeah.
Okay, the Circle K part. Now, I have a feeling you got removed from Circle K.
Oh yeah. I went in and went to buy something from Circle K, and they refused to serve me because I refused to put the mask on. I told them that I'm sick. I got bad lungs. I got bronchitis. I got breathing problems. I have low oxygen, and I can't afford to damage my lungs with more CO2 from that mask, which causes more infections than you can count. So, and they turned around and kicked me out.
They didn't listen to you when you
They
told
didn't
them?
listen to me. They didn't give a damn.
And so they say that you got this curbside service. How do you feel about that?
I'm not a dog. I'm sick of being classified as a dog.
You feel a little segregated when they tell you to come outside?
I feel like I'm a white dog standing on a damn curb because I have to do what they want me to do.
I mean, I've heard a lot of people refer to that mask as basically a Star of David.
Oh.
Wear the mask or you're not getting served, you're not going in the
Here's
business.
the Jew zip code right across the face.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I see it as well. Now, I'm going to start out by saying I'm Mark Duncan. I am running as Oregon's next governor. Okay, so I'm going to try to interview you without sounding completely biased because I agree. Screw those masks. Fuck the law. I feel like it's a violation of my civil liberties. The way Kate Brown wrote it in, it's a total racist on top of that, considering basically only white people are mandated to wear them. And that's the fact. If anybody looked up the law, that's the fact. And she wrote it out specifically to where people of color, Native Americans, are exempt. And only white people have to wear this mask. And people with medical disabilities are exempt. So, I agree. Now, I do feel like that mask is a violation of my civil rights. There's no doubt about it. I feel like I should not have to wear a mask. It should be my choice. I have a choice for medical reasons, medical treatments. There's no reason. So, now with that being said, let's hear your story.
Well, when you're told that you're exempt from bad lungs and stuff, and you get treated like you're a dog, I don't feel like an American anymore. I feel like you don't want me to say that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I noticed your hat up top, Make America Great Again. So you support...
I support Trump.
You support helping this country,
I also support making this country great by removing all these masks because it's just pure evil.
Well, I think President Trump is all about securing and protecting our rights.
Well,
so I think this is definitely one that fits right in there as protecting our civil rights.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can totally see that. And again, I'm a Trump supporter, and I also agree with what you're saying. Okay. For me, the big part about me is when they turn it into a race issue.
Oh, it's already become a race issue when they turned around and said blacks and natives are exempt.
Yeah.
When they say that they're exempt but we're not. I'll tell you what, I was Irish, and my family back then was fucking slaves. And these black people want to fucking bitch and complain.
Well, I don't think it's... Kate Brown made the law.
Oh, yeah, Kate Brown made the law.
And it was definitely to appease the situation.
Yeah.
Okay, and because of that, we as white people are definitely segregated because of it.
Yeah.
And anytime that we live in a country where our business is refused or we're told to go stand out on a corner because we're refused to wear a mask or we refuse to comply, that is a violation of our civil rights.
And it is. They don't care now. This is all a big control thing to control people, to make people obedient. Because back when I was getting out of school, they changed everything around to when you won, you got a participation trophy. I remember this participation trophy when they started, and they didn't want anybody to understand how to win or lose. They wanted, oh, I'm participation, I'm good. And this is how it started. I know exactly when it started. Yeah, when you start putting participation trophies in school and ribbons. You know, there was no first place anymore, second place or third place.
Okay, so for me, let me just get this out right now. I want to state that for me, I feel like this is just the next step on the Russia scandal. Okay, I feel like ever since President Trump was elected, they've come up with these narratives and these agendas to basically keep us from voting, to ruining our economy, to ruining everything we've done so far. So this, in my mind, is just the next step. Okay, and I think that a lot of people are buying into it. I know that with the research I've done, a lot of people are actually suffering from these masks. These masks should not be wore at all times.
It's causing lung damage, severe lung damage. And they want the severe lung damage so you can catch this virus.
Are you aware that July 15th, Governor Brown is trying to make it mandatory in public to wear masks?
I won't do it. I don't care. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people that will not do it either.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So as you can see, he's getting a ton of support.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
You know, nobody likes these masks.
Yeah, there's another one. Back-to-back people.
Yeah, nobody likes these masks. It's
Nope.
turning into a real pain. So it's
I'm standing my ground. I'm sorry, people, but
It's
somebody
cool.
has to.
It's cool. So let me ask you ever think about, now I understand you have an issue with Circle K.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have
But
an issue with the mask. See, that's
have you ever thought
and
about
the mask?
have you ever thought about taking the mask part downtown to where you would get more people?
I already got a sign that I'm getting ready to make.
Because I'm telling you, if you put that one downtown, I'll be right there with you holding it.
I'll probably be down there with one soon. I'm making signs of my deal. But yeah, you know, I like the people that are honking, giving me thumbs up. God bless you all, and all the mask haters out there that hate the mask. Don't let them win.
And I do think
make America great by getting rid of those damn masks.
And I do think that we need to stand up as civilians, and we need to start standing against these businesses that are complying. Okay, we need to stop coming to these businesses. We need to stop spending our money in places that will literally throw you out for extenuating your Second Amendment right, First Amendment right, Third Amendment right, Fourth, 14th, 10th, 12th. I mean, every aspect of the mask law is a violation of our civil rights, and it goes down the list. So whenever we have a business that is so eager to violate our civil rights, we as civilians should stand up against that business. We should say no, we should not show up, and we should not comply.
I wish we could get some people down here to boycott them the way they can be. Being racist to people with bad lungs.
Well,
we can't go in the stores. We have to sit out here like dogs. White dogs, anyway. I'm going to say how I see it.
Well,
I'm
that's
not
good.
a white dog. I'm an American citizen, and I don't give a shit what skin color I am or anybody else is.
I can't disagree, only because the law is written as a racist law. I cannot disagree.
Fucking laws all
I mean, it was written to exempt people of color from that law.
Oh, I know.
And I, for the life of me, cannot understand why people of color do not need to wear a mask, why they're exempt. That part I don't understand, other than the race factor.
They need to get rid of Black Lives Matter bullshit written on the streets and stuff.
Well, I think that's another conversation. Okay, like if you want to go down that route, I'll turn this video off, you pull that sign up, and we'll take that interview too.
True.
And I'd be more than willing to stand on that one as well.
Let's just keep the Circle K and the mask.
Yeah. So from where I'm standing, here's what I'm going to say. I'm with you on the mask thing for sure. The Circle K, I wasn't here when you were thrown out, but I've had my own history with these Nazis.
Yeah.
Okay, and I do say that these guys are Nazis because literally they will throw you out if you're not wearing the Star of David, the mask.
I agree. And I'm not putting a zip code across my ass just to walk through their door. Oh,
And-
right across my face. Sorry.
And the fact that the law is written out to where it only affects white people makes it a serious problem in my book.
Kate
And-
Brown needs to be pulled from office.
Well, there is a petition going around right now. It's the largest petition.
Somebody else liked it too.
I'm trying to stand out of your way so people can see your sign.
Yeah.
So there is a petition going around Oregon right now to get Kate out of office.
I hope
Okay,
so.
there's a petition. It's the largest one we've had here in Oregon in a long time. There's also a petition to get her executive powers removed, which means that she would no longer have the power to make executive orders as long as she's in office. Now,
Right.
we can all agree that she's abused her powers.
Oh, I agree with you 100% there. And who you say you are again?
I'm Mark Duncan. I'm running as Oregon's next governor.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Duncan.
Here's what I'll do. I'll come over here. We'll take this there you go. Bam. All right. It's good. Yeah, I'm actually running because, I live in Oregon, and for far too long our rights have been pretty much stripped from us. And this is the final step. When you're talking about a country with cap and trade issues, when you're talking about a state that has, red flag laws, and they're literally restricting our rights every day in this state, and we have a governor that's against being an American citizen. We have segregation now. We have sanctuary. I mean, these are all serious issues here in Oregon. And our governors let it go way out of...
I keep asking people, when are we going to start seeing the black and white lines? Because we're coming to that.
I think that we're definitely heading that way, as much as I'm trying
And
not
that's
to...
scary. They're going back. They're sending us 200 years back is what they're going to do.
Well, I tell everybody all the time that we're too busy being divided and not enough time being united. And as long as we're not united, our government will step all over us. And that's what we're dealing with.
Guaranteed.
And that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a government that has become too large, too corrupted, and it's stepping on the rights of us as American citizens. And that is exactly why I agree with what you're saying about the masks.
Yeah.
And if they have stores that are throwing you out and segregating you and refusing to serve you because you don't fit a certain standard, or you're not wearing a certain thing, or you're not wearing a certain color, or you're not a certain color, that's all forms of segregation, racism. There are Jim Crow laws that protect us against that. So the minute that they force you to put a mask on in public or in a business, all they're telling you to do is put a Star of David on.
Yeah.
Because yo ass can sit outside and wait. And
Not a
that's...
second-class citizen.
Well, we as American citizens became second class a long time ago. We as American citizens sat back, we sat silently. Our president said it best. We are no longer silent. We are the silent majority.
Yeah, well, I'm not being silent, so.
Nope, and I appreciate this out here. How long you plan on doing this?
For a while, until they learn their lesson.
Yeah?
I can't do this during the heat of the day, but I'll be here mornings and night. I guarantee it. I'll be mornings, lunch, and night. That's where you'll find me here. During the rest of the holiday, I can't do it. I'm not that healthy. But I will be out here.
I'd love to get with you on going downtown about that bottom part. I would love to get a hold of you and get with you about protesting that mask down on Main Street.
I'm good with protesting the mask.
I'll get a ton of support for it if that's what you choose to do.
Well, you might just find
I can give you my number. I can give you my number if you really want to make this a message that the entire city will hear.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, give me your number and we'll go from there.
Okay. All right.
I gotta get back to this.
Me too. Well, it was good hearing you, talking to you. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, Mr. Duncan.
Yep. Remember, vote Duncan.
I will.
Redeem
This
Oregon.
song.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah.